What's up, guys? How are you guys today? Well, we are building a brand new office chair here, and we are going to assemble this chair to able for me to use it. I have an old office chair. It's falling apart. I am somewhat getting tired of fixing it. And by the way, I thought you need a Phillips screwdriver. No, I'm sorry guys, I was wrong. You need a socket or a Allen key, and you divide a Allen key for you with your brand new chair. I'll let you guys note, I do have one part broken, but I don't much mind it. That doesn't bother me. Okay. First thing we gotta start with is first of all, you start with the bottom of the chair with the 5 legs and the 5 tiles. And by the way, this is metal. It's not plastic like you've seen in some of the Owen types of chairs. And you also need your 5 castles, 5 tiles, wheels. You need your cylinder. And you also need this Owen piece of plastic that goes on that. First of all, we're going to go ahead and start with the wheels. We're going to put the wheels in. Now, one thing I can tell you so far, once you put the wheels in, typically the wheels don't like to come out. Once you put them in, they're a pain to get out. It's easier to get in, but it's typically a pain to get out of the chair. Now, this is a cheap office chair, not a very high quality office chair, should I say here. But you know what? For $40, I can't go too bad with this office chair. You see, now I have the wheels assembled. We need to put the ring here. Then we need to put the cylinder in first. And then we push down the ring or the cylinder into this piece here. We're just going to put that right off to the side. And we're also following the instructions to be able to put the chair together. Now, we need the seat itself, with the screw holes right here. Okay, these screw holes are what lines up with the chair frame. These are your arms. This is where the piece of the back goes. We need that. We need this. Make sure we do put this actually in the correct spot. Like this, gotta go that way. And we also want to make sure everything does line up. This does have different types of screws. You have long ones, then you have short ones. Then the shorty ones go somewhat in the back. Now, of course, I like to somewhat leave everything loosened before we can assemble this whole tile chair, just to make sure we get everything somewhat aligned. Like, some of the pieces can be off, some of the pieces cannot be aligned correctly. Now this goes over the bracket like this. We're going to pick this piece up. We're going to take this piece. We're going to lay it over top of this guy, like so. And it can be somewhat tricky, but it will actually somewhat go together if you have mostly everything somewhat loosened. By having it loosened, it's easier to assemble than it is when it's somewhat put together. Now, you can use power tools if you want to do that. That's totally fine. But right now, I'm just using hand tools. Now, sometimes you can use your Allen keys, and you can also use all sorts of different ways to put your chair together. Now, for me to be able to get this chair together, it's going to be kind of cool. I might like it. I hope, because some of the chairs nowadays, if you decide to buy new office chairs, somewhat be quite expensive. It depends on what the type of good office chair you are looking for. Now, the reason why they come with shorter and longer bolts, that's a story the company made this chair, I guess so, guys. I'm not particular on how this chair was designed, or how it was made. But it's awesome to have a new office chair. Somewhat a new office chair. You know, sometimes you can buy all sorts of different things and have things that can last you a pretty long time sometimes. Now, the reason why I am using my hand tools, guys, is for a couple reasons. Now, you can use the included little guy, little Allen key with the chair. But it would be a whole lot easier if I used the power tools. But big problem with using power tools is you can strip out the holder that comes with the office chair itself. And that's the reason why I prefer the method. But sometimes using hand tools will be my first gesture here. And yes, I did somewhat make a mistake on the Phillips screwdriver, but everybody does. And we just kind of have to go somewhat evenly here to be able to get this chair somewhat assembled. I really like it, and it's a pretty well-made chair. Now, I'm not saying it's a well-made chair here, but I'm just saying I hope it works for what I need it for. Now, the issue with my old office chair was the arms were somewhat tearing away from the port. And that's all I have to say about that. Now, the old office chair, my old office chair, does work. It still functions. But I just got myself a new chair. Now, there we go. Just want to make sure everything's somewhat tightened. But you do got to make sure they're all the way tightened. And the reason why I left everything somewhat loose is to make sure I have all the holder. I do have, and I think I have all the hardware here, guys. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing any more things here. All these Nikes. Alright, now, this piece goes on this side, and the other piece goes on that side. Now again, more assembly requires of each bolt goes in. But you do have different type of different techniques you can do with old chairs as well. Now, I'm going to put these bolts in now. I'm going to put this bolt in now. But I think this is kind of cool. It's somewhat assembly in an office chair. Now, would it be a lot faster to use the power tools? Absolutely. I would recommend use the power tools than doing it this method. For a couple reasons. Because it's 10 times faster if you decide to use the power tools. And the reason why I'm just using the hand tools is I'm just using the hand tools for a couple of reasons, because I don't want to strip out the bolts already built into this trail. Just making sure everything assembled and also tightened. And now off to the own piece of the trail, or should I say the piece of the puzzle of the trail. It's like, oh goodness. Assembly, oh guys, all the Twinkies. But that's awesome. Now, this can be quite more of a trick, because now the trail is halfway already decent and already to put together, guys. It's like, holy snaps. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put the arm bolts in first. And it's like, hey, it's kind of awesome. It's like kind of neat. I'm building my own office drill. Awesome. Now typically, with office drills, you can buy them different sizes. Whatever fits your budget, guys. This is a budget drill. Again, not the world's expensive drill on the market. That, you know what? I'm liking it. But in the office drill together, I think it takes a lot of effort to put one of these guys together. And I'm proud of putting things together. Just to let you guys know that. I'm pretty handy on what I do with the drill. And all sorts of fun things you can do with the office drill. And everything I think looks pretty tight. And we'll just snug it all up with the power tool. And that's a freaking tracking worker. And now the arm bolt number 5 is put it on top of the cylinder itself. And that. There you go, guys. And you have a finished office drill. And there you go. And I'm gonna go ahead and now sit on. Awesome. Alright, guys. If you like this video, please like it. Please hit the subscribe button. Please leave a comment down below. Alright, guys. Peace out. Bye, guys. We'll see you in the next vlog. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and finish tightening everything up on this drill. Catch you next time, guys. Awesome.